this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Quarterback will audible. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Looking for a gap. It's Farrell. Plows ahead for a pickup of 4 down to the 14.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Got some room headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early on this opening drive for them. They're doing a nice job running the football there on third down. They're in a position on the field now.
Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
I mean, what a great way to start this game. Getting the football in the end zone, getting it to your big play wide receiver. Nice job by this offense.
Yeah, David, it just seems like this offense came out with a sense of urgency, right? They're playing with great energy, and it seemed like everything they dialed up on that drive worked perfectly. Really nice rhythm, really nice flow, and they cap it off with a touchdown pass.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Badgers offense has its first opportunity of the day. This one has all the makings of an old-fashioned shootout, David, especially with a couple of signal callers who can play like this.
Well, and it's so great when you're a quarterback because you want to stack up against the best. And these guys going at it tick for tack, it will be really fun to see which one of these guys rises to the top.
Afterburners coming. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. And the Badgers moving quickly to the line.
Nice read and nice throw. And I know Wisconsin quarterbacks always get the unfair moniker that they're game managers, and it's because they've always been a great rushing offense. Just got to complete a couple throws and keep the offense on schedule. But when you think about the offenses where they've had a difference maker, a guy like Russell Wilson that were able to throw on first down, take shots, just make them so much more explosive. I think this guy has some of those traits too.
The offense set for a first down play. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Trying play action. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in third and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers.
Touchdown, Indiana! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Texas Tech was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans in Lubbock. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been Red Raider Nation who will enjoy this win. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big third down opportunity coming here. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
The Badgers will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll knock him down behind the line, and that's how we'll end this quarter. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. We'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
The give out of the gun. They are on the move. As they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 28.
And that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back. You better block the defensive end. That's priority #1. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game on the toss.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's open on the right. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. And they finished the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Trailing by 3 touchdowns, if you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Badgers racing to the line in the hurry up. Leaves it with the running back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He's got it. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out. Everybody right now on the same page.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Now on 2nd down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Scanning the field, it's Cherry. Fires one high and deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
This QB and his receiver really have found a nice rhythm early in this game. They've already linked up for a couple of scores, so no surprise here before the end of the first half. They're looking for more, but give the defense credit when it's due. Nice job forcing an incompletion.
At the 45 on his way. And he's running in the open. And he's out of bounds just short of the goal line, but are they ever in business now?
This guy is really unique. Top 5 in the country running the football right now, and I love the way this offense gets him involved. They're able to move him around a little bit. They change up the schemes, but the big key every week.
Touchdown, Indiana! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. To the air on first down. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The Badgers come to the line in the hurry-up. He wants to throw here on second down. Wide open downfield. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The give to the tailback. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Badgers line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. They'll go to the toss. Still on his feet at the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. On the run, fires downfield. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Badgers will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback checking the play. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. Looking to throw, it's Cherry. Fires deep toward the end zone. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Off play action. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Madison. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the Jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Camp Randall.
Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive of the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it. And the Badgers will punt it away on 4th down. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He gets a block. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. First play of the drive comes from the 38. The give to the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Want to talk about a monster performance? This guy now has 150 yards rushing. The defense has had no answer for this guy, and he's shown you why he is such a weapon in this offense. Speed, the ability to catch the ball, the vision, the quickness. He's got all the tools in the toolbox. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Comes out throwing on first down. He's right on target. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Touch pass on the run. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. It's third down, and the line to gain is the 36. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
And you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's just it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that when you're looking for the first down. Run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
This offense has a second down play. The give to the back. And he'll be smacked to the ground. The Hoosiers in the hurry up. Gets it out fast. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up first and goal.
And the Hoosiers have it with a first and goal. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Indiana! And the beatdown has ensued. This dude is absolutely taking a flamethrower to this secondary, torching everybody in sight.
So find something different, right? Like double team him, do whatever it takes to not let that guy beat you. He's just consistently being the one that's destroying you. You got to find a way to make somebody else work, make somebody else beat you.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. A first down for the offense. He wants to throw. They're trying to get to him. Got him downfield. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's looking to throw it, trying to get behind the defense. And he pulls it in at the 15. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Grab behind the line. It's Booker. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. snaps it in the shotgun. He makes it. And he will score! Touchdown, Wisconsin!
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. At the 45 on its way. Then they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Second down.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Cherry. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
Touchdown, Hoosiers! And the punishment has been extended. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. ULM looked less like a group of Warhawks and more like a bunch of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough on the road, and today they found a way outside of Malone Stadium. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long, ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, this defense thought coming into this one they could get after the quarterback, but I'm not sure, guys, if they thought they'd have this much success. Everything they've dialed up has gotten home. They've got 6 sacks in this game.
Makes a move. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his...
Touchdown, Indiana! And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. So let's see if they can make up for that loss on 2nd down from the 18. He's looking to throw. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. The Badgers send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Looking downfield, it's Cherry. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And the offense comes up short on 3rd down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on 4th down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
Ball in the air, intercepted! He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They probably...
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
A 10-yard loss on the play.
A big play for the defense with the 1st down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st. An array of possibilities here. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. And they lost the ball out of bounds, and they'll lose a few yards as a result. And the Badgers will call on their punt team. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he intercepts it. Looking for more room. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. On second down, just keeps firing. And they got him for the sack. Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Timeout, Indiana.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And this is dropped and incomplete, and that's sort of a microcosm of how this game has gone, and time has run out. This is what you're looking for.